Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new and this is your first time stopping by, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how black soap, African black soap, specifically Dudu Osun, ruined my skin, and what I'm actually doing now to repair my skin. And yeah, let's get right into it. So if you go to my channel, you are going to find a video where I did my first ever skincare routine, and what I basically used was Dudu Osun. That's the African black soap, and at the time it was working. Like the first few weeks, it seemed like it was working. Basically, I've always had problem with my skin ever since puberty came through. So I was always having pimples, not acne, but pimples are always coming out, and I usually can't get my hands off my face. So I tend to like pick the pimples and it leaves like black mark. I don't do that anymore. So now I know better. So I was so desperate to get rid of this, and I started watching videos about beauty vloggers and what they use, which is number one mistake that I made. I'm not saying what they're saying is not valid, it works for some people, but the mistake I made was I should have done my own research and maybe try it out for a few days and see. So, what I heard about was that when you start using it, there's this purging phase where at first it brings everything out from the surface, and then later the your face starts to clear. So I was using it, and bear in mind I have combination to oily skin. I always have like dry patches here, um sometimes around the edges here, but my T-zone is always like super oily. Like you could literally fry an egg on my face. I'm not even kidding. Like it's so annoying, but that was the problem I had. So I started trying this Dudu Osun, and at some point it seemed like it was working, but from day one, this soap burned like hell. Sorry for the language, but it burned so much, and I thought, okay, from now I feel actually very stupid actually saying this. It's like, okay, it's supposed to do that at the beginning, but I should get used to it. And you know, I was using it, and after a few weeks it seemed like it was working. My face was clearing up. I was using my lotion on my face immediately to you know stop the drying process, because this soap is very drying. Like you can't just use it and then leave your face like that. I mean, my current Cerave foamy cleanser, sometimes I use it and it takes a while for me to use my lotion and I'm okay. But this one, you like I can actually feel my skin tightening up, and it start to feel like it's itching. So I usually apply lotion almost immediately. So my skin was clearing up. It seemed like it was working. But then at some point I started noticing, like, how many years ago was how many years ago was this? I think about 2 years ago, I used this soap and it burned me here. Like I could literally feel it. Anytime I tried to apply any other thing on my face, I could feel like my skin was burnt. So I had to, it was last year, I had to pause. I'm like, okay, I can't just say because I do not want pimples to appear on my face, which they still occasionally do appear on my face, that I'll then, you know, mess up my skin. And, you know, sorry, I don't know why I keep saying, So I had to stop, and that's when I bought the Cerave. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it, and if it doesn't work, then I try something else. But before I tried it, I went online, but this time I wasn't looking at just the beauty bloggers. I started looking at videos from um, dermatologists, basically skin doctor, people who actually study these things. So at first I used to watch video from Hiram, but then, you know, skins are not the same. What works for a Caucasian skin might not work for a melanated skin. So I started digging deep, and then I found Dr. Vanita Rattan. I think she's from the UK, and she's like the hyperpigmentation doctor. Basically, I was having like serious hyperpigmentation. You could see here, like here was dark. I had a lot of spots here. It was as if I have three different colors on my face, you know. Anyway, so um, I later discovered that I was hyperpigmenting, which shouldn't be happening. My my skin, now I know that my skin is actually very sensitive, so I was just, you know, I was disturbing my skin, and it was freaking out on me. So I watched Dr. Vanita Rattan's video. I'm going to link that video in the description down below so you can see. So don't just take my word for it. I'm not a beauty guru. Like, I did my research on, like, I did my research this time. So I watched that video. She's brown skin. I think she's like, ethnicity should be like India or something like that. So she's brown skinned, and um, from there I also saw recommendations from dark skinned girls, which I also started watching, and I realized that I have been doing it all wrong. So I have been hearing of the product the ordinary for quite some time, but I was like, I don't want to take any risk. So after watching these dermatologists and skin doctors video, I then went to the ordinary website, DCM or what is it called. I'm going to leave all the descriptions. I'm going to leave it down below. So she gave a list of products that are safe for dark and brown skin ladies, which I then went to do extra research about, just to be sure that, okay, if I'm using it this time, it should work. So I did my research about it, and then, you know, it got me so excited, and I spent like days trying to understand it. But the good thing about the ordinary website is that they group the products, like the active products, in groups: vitamin A, vitamin B, C. um, you know, I'll make another video solely on the ordinary product next time, because I need time to like prepare for that. So I was able to now look at the ones to combine, like she suggested, and the ones never to combine. And then I decided to buy 5 products, and I'm glad to say I'm happy I made that decision, because this is just 1 week of using this product. And you know, I usually have the dry patches, but lately I don't see the dry patches anymore. I mean, my skin is not perfect yet, but it seemed to be evening out. And one other thing I got was the Cerave moisturizing lotion. At first I was skeptical about it, because um, Dr. Vanita, like, she recommended to use the one for normal to dry skin. And I have combination skin, so I should even be using cream that are dedicated for combination or oily skin. So I decided to take my chances, and I got the Cerave moisturizing lotion. Not the cream. The cream is quite heavy. the lotion, the one in the bottle. So, and I tried it. I've never seen my skin, soaking a product before. Usually the Neutrogena I was using, it was working. My face wasn't oily. But then what I do is that immediately after washing my face, I use the moisturizing lotion, and then right before work, which is like less than 30 minutes before I leave for work, I have to like go and reapply it, and I still see a little bit of dry patches. But with this one, with the Cerave, once I just apply it on my face, um, usually on top of the serums, oh my god, it's like my skin is drinking up this liquid, and because of that, the dry patches, like, I don't see them anymore, and it's actually bringing out this glow, which for me is quite strange because I've never seen this side of my skin before. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to um, make a video about the ordinary and Cerave products that I use, and I'll also link the dermatologist and skincare um, and skin doctors video which I watched, so you can make the research for yourself, because I realized that even though there's a list of serums for dark skin, what works for me might not work for you, because my skin is sensitive, yours might not be sensitive, yours might even be more sensitive than mine, so it might just have some kind of crazy chain reaction, and you don't want that. So what I later did was I got like 5 serum, and usually you're not supposed to apply more than 3 in a routine. So what I did was I made a chart to be able to find out which ones not to use together with which one. I divided it into 2, where I got to separate these 2 products, and there are some that are best to use at night. So I divided this to make an AM routine and a PM routine. So yeah, I don't use the same thing. The only thing that I share amongst these 2 routines is just my moisturizer. So for the serums, I use 2 different serum in the morning and 2 different one in the evening, and the last one, which is like an oil, I use it to dilute one of the serum. But I'm really excited to make my next video where I'm going to show you this product that I bought, and I advise you to actually take the time to read up on this product and see if it's going to, like, if you like it. Yeah, so that's it. I'm, I'm really impressed. I literally like look at myself in the mirror like every time, and surprised because I didn't know there was anything that would have cleared up my skin without causing any form of irritation whatsoever. Even when it came to clay mask, like bentonite clay, I used it, and I used to feel my skin is so sensitive, but with this one I don't have that at all. So if you've not subscribed to my channel yet, just click the subscribe button down below, and also click the notification bell button beside it, so that you'll be able to get notification whenever I post my video, especially the next one, because it's going to be all about getting clear skin. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.